Dear child, your guardian angels have an important message for you today. This message is not an accident, not a passing thought, but a direct answer that flows from the heart of heaven into your own. It carries warmth, love, and truth, and it comes to remind you of something you have long felt but may have struggled to fully believe. You are not alone in this love. The heartbeat you sense in the background of your days, the presence you sometimes feel without explanation, the sudden rush of emotion that rises at unexpected times, these are not coincidences. They are the signs of a soul that has been reaching for you with great devotion, a soulmate whose love has not faded but has grown stronger with time. This person has carried you in their heart with a depth that words struggle to express. While you have gone about your life trying to interpret the strange pull you often feel, they have been praying, surrendering, and asking heaven for a way to draw near to you. Their prayer was not casual or shallow. It was spoken with the kind of sincerity that cannot be faked, the kind of honesty that heaven cannot ignore. They did not ask for something small or temporary. They asked for reunion. They asked for a new beginning. They asked for a real chance to love you openly, to stand by your side without barriers, to live out what their heart has long known to be true. That prayer was heard. It was answered. And this message reaching you now is part of that answer. You may have wondered why you feel their presence so strongly at times, why a song moves you unexpectedly, why a name repeats itself, why a memory surfaces with sudden clarity, why a dream feels almost real. All of these things are the whispers of love crossing the space between you. They have been sending you thoughts, hopes, and visions so consistently that their energy has begun to overlap with your own. That is why you sense them, even when they are not physically near. It is why your heart seems to know before your mind understands. This is the invisible bond of two souls that have asked for the same miracle, and heaven is now weaving that miracle into form. Your soulmate has not been idle. They have wrestled with doubts, faced questions, and wondered how to break through the silence. Many times they thought of ways to approach you, of words to say, of steps to take. And yet each time they were led back to trust. Instead of forcing what could not yet be forced, they placed the entire weight of their love into God's hands. That choice was not easy, but it was the most powerful thing they could have done. It was in that surrender that the timing began to align. And it is that trust that has brought you both to this moment. Their prayer was not only for a chance, it was for clarity, for the courage to approach you in the right way, and for your heart to be prepared to receive them. Heaven answered by preparing both of you in your own ways to be ready for what comes next. For you, the preparation came in the form of subtle awakenings, feelings that rose from nowhere, a sudden stirring in your heart when you least expected it. Gentle reminders that seemed too personal to dismiss. They were not meant to confuse you. They were meant to prepare you. Heaven does not shout, it whispers. It uses memories, sensations, and small coincidences to wake your spirit so that when the true moment arrives, you will recognize it without question. That is why you are here now, reading this, feeling the truth stir in your chest. This is the moment where signs become confirmation, and confirmation becomes reality. Your soulmate's love has endured. It did not fade with time. It did not dissolve with distance. It did not weaken under uncertainty. Instead, it grew deeper, stronger, more rooted in truth. There were times when they tried to let go, to silence their heart, to take another path. But each time, love pulled them back, not out of stubbornness, but out of knowing. Something in them would not allow your memory to disappear. Something greater than logic insisted that there was still more to be lived between you. This persistence is proof that their love is not passing fancy or fleeting desire. It is a truth that endured the weight of silence and the test of time. That endurance is itself a miracle, and now it is being revealed to you so you will know how much you mean to them. They have remembered you often, your name spoken in their thoughts, your smile carried into quiet hours, your presence longed for in hard moments. Each memory watered the seed of love, and instead of dying, it grew into something they could no longer ignore. You are not reading this because they were careless or casual. You are reading this because they took their love to heaven, asked for direction, and heaven chose to reach you directly with the assurance that this love is alive, real, and ready. You have been part of their prayers, part of their surrender, part of their hope, and part of the answer that heaven has given back. The nearness you feel now is not your imagination. It is the true approach of a love that is done with waiting in silence. The time for patience has passed into the time for action. The love that once waited is now ready to step forward. Waiting was never wasted. It made the bond stronger. It purifying intentions. It cleared away what could not last. But now, waiting has fulfilled its purpose, and what remains is the urgency to live openly. That urgency is not fear of loss, but the certainty that love deserves to be lived while there is still time. Your soulmate is ready to look into your eyes, to share the words they have held back, to show with action what their heart has carried all along. They are ready for closeness, ready for presence, ready for truth. Their longing has ripened into courage. Their prayers have ripened into clarity. Their dreams have ripened into readiness. You are the one their soul has chosen, the one they have waited for, the one they cannot replace. They no longer wish to imagine. They wish to live. They no longer wish to dream. They wish to wake up beside the truth of you. They no longer wish to pray for signs alone. They wish to walk in the answer that is now unfolding. Everything in your life has been gently leading you here. The sudden memories, the strong emotions, the repeated names, the quiet pull, all of it was preparation. Heaven has been setting the stage with care so that when the moment arrives, you will not only see it, but feel it with every part of your being. That moment is now drawing close. The love you feel is not just inside you. It is mirrored in another heart that beats for you, prays for you, longs for you, and is moving toward you. The answer you sought is here. You are deeply loved. You are not forgotten. And your soulmate is on their way to you with sincerity, courage, and the desire to begin again. This is the moment when everything begins to align, when heaven's whisper becomes visible reality, when your waiting heart finally meets the love that has been calling to you all along. Your soulmate asked the universe for this meeting with you, and the request was clear. No more delays, no more walls, only freedom, truth, and love. Heaven has confirmed that this love is still alive, still strong, still burning in both hearts. They are ready now to reveal everything they once kept hidden through real words, through real actions, and through the kind of look that speaks what the mouth once could not. They no longer want to live in the shadow of what could have been. They want to live what can be, and they feel with certainty that this is the right moment, because when two souls are prepared, life itself moves mountains to bring them back together. Inside their heart, there is a truth that has been waiting for a long time, kept safe in silence until now. It has grown like a seed in the dark, and the moment has finally come for it to be spoken, not as impulse, not as a whim, but as a necessity, because it can no longer be contained. This truth is not only made of words, it is made of feeling, of memory, of longing, of everything that remained unspoken yet never forgotten. For years they tried to carry it alone, to lock it away in order to protect themselves, to keep life simple, to silence what they felt. But the heart is stronger than fear, and now it refuses to remain quiet. What once felt confusing has become crystal clear. Their love for you never faded, never dissolved into the past, never became just a memory. It lived, it endured, it matured, and it grew brighter even when the world around it tried to put it out. They have thought of you more than you could ever know. Countless nights, your face, your smile, your presence returned to them when nothing else seemed to make sense. Even when they tried to follow other paths, even when they tried to forget, their thoughts circled back to the same place, always you. And because of this, they are ready to make a request that is more than an apology. It is the request to start again from a deeper, more mature, more grounded place. They are not asking for another chance to repeat old cycles. They are asking for a chance to live this connection in its truest form, with care, with presence, with surrender on both sides. They want to open their heart, not only to ease their own burden, but to build something new and lasting with you. They want to create a love that is steady, free from doubt, free from rushing, free from the old walls that once stood between you. They want to show you with action what words alone cannot capture. They want you to know that you were never forgotten, that the fire never went cold, that the desire to be by your side is stronger than ever. They want you to know that God Himself is part of this. They asked heaven for direction and only found the courage to step forward when they were sure heaven had answered. The bravery they feel now is born from prayer, from faith, from trust that if they open their heart, this love will finally have the sacred space it was always meant to have. The truth they bring is simple because the deepest feelings always are. They don't require complicated explanations. They show themselves in the way someone looks at you, in the way their voice softens, in the way their actions quietly speak louder than their words. They are preparing to approach you with full honesty, with nothing left to hide, ready to show you that this love still breathes, still longs, still dreams of the life you could share. And what may move you most will not be the words themselves, but the way your own heart reacts. Because when you stand in front of each other again, you will feel that this connection never died. It is alive, and it is ready to transform everything. For so long, they carried a dream of you inside them. It is a dream that has lasted longer than you can imagine, built not on fantasy, but on the genuine connection you once created together. This dream was written in tears, in prayers, in faith. It was nurtured through years of longing and guarded through the silence of separation. They do not want to relive the past, nor do they want to rewrite it. They want to live the present with you in a new way, with more truth, more presence, more surrender. They do not want to fix what was broken. They want to build what can still be whole. This dream includes your eyes, your voice, your heart open to receive. It cannot be lived halfway. It asks for both of you fully or not at all. Through many nights, they thought of what it would be like to be with you again, but differently this time. Not with empty promises, not with the same mistakes, but with calm, with strength, with real proof of love. They prayed for wisdom, not to repeat old patterns, for courage to act with clarity, and for tenderness to touch your heart in a way that is genuine. The waiting has trained their soul, and now they stand ready, without masks, without confusion, without games. And whether you realized it or not, you were always a part of this dream. Even when you thought everything was over, you remained inside what their heart longed for. That is why signs kept appearing around you, why memories kept returning, why your own heart felt pulled without explanation. It was not only their dream, it was the echo of your soul responding, even from a distance. Heaven has been listening all along. Every prayer, every silent request, every ache in the night was heard. And when a heart asks with such truth, God begins to act. That is why the time of indecision is over. That is why your soulmate is ready now to take firm steps toward you, not with fantasy, but with real intention. This love is no longer an idea. It is no longer a hope kept in the dark. It is something alive, something given permission by heaven, something that now comes with peace, clarity, and strength. Signs have already been guiding you. The heaviness you felt for no reason, the sudden ache of missing someone you could not name, the repeated appearance of their name in random places. These were not coincidences. They were the threads of connection tugging at your soul. They were proof that you were feeling their presence, their thoughts, their prayers reaching you. Your mind may have doubted, but your soul already knew. You may have told yourself it was loneliness or imagination, but the heart always recognizes what is real. Every sudden memory, every quickening heartbeat, every wave of longing was your soul answering theirs. This was not random. It was connection alive and strong.